What's going down, M7 community and brand new viewers? If you're like me, you're wondering what is 130. I luckily got a comment on one of my videos from a person that viewed the video and said, "Hey, what's up with the 1.30?" And I'm really digging that. Like, honestly, I really appreciate everyone that's been kind of like saying, like, did you get this or what's going on with this? I love those kind of questions. So if you ever do, comment, always share with me. It helps me out as a creator and it helps people like yourself to view it. But let's get down to the point. As you can see right here, we have patches. And that's not we're going to tell you too much. And as usual, what I always like to do, personally myself, because this update for me, in order to get it, I literally had to check for updates. Now, mine's the latest version because it's 1.30, but I also like doing this. This is pretty cool right here. Just bug fixes. Really not that big of a thing for as far as super descriptions. But let's spice it up a notch. As you can see, I'm on the direct Friday the 13th webpage, F13 game. It's kind of easy to find, and they're really proactive with giving all the patches, so that's why I was kind of interested with this one, where I was like, whoa, it's not up. That's kind of interesting. But I did hear also someone wondered, like, if they were still producing because of they went to court or something, which I have no clue what that's all about. So if anyone ever had a clue on, like, what they meant by that, then yeah, this would be, like, a situation where I would want to know the information on that. But you can see that this is a lackluster of information. This is where the best information came from, and we're getting into the real patches. Check this out. You always want to go to Twitter. If you cannot go to the direct people, go to their Twitter. If the Twitter doesn't work, go to the Reddit. If that doesn't work, go to YouTube. That's my stepping process, at least for information. I'm trying to find the validity. And as you can see right here, they're very cool about look at this. 16th. Today is the 20th. So they're basically throwing out patch information on what's going down. Now, personally, myself, this is where I got all the info on it. So it fixes an issue where Jason's throwing knives sometimes ignored car collisions. Oh, Tricky J. You and those freaking curveballs with the knives. Got those butterfly swings, I guess. But it also fixed an issue that prevented Pamela's laugh from playing at the end of the round. Now, that would suck. I mean, because how else does Jason know how to go home when he doesn't hear the evil bah ha 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 of his mom? I mean, that is pretty funny if you really think about it. It fixed an issue that could result the counselors not being killed if they had thicker skin perk equipped. So they were invincible. They were literally the dude from GoldenEye that was clicking the pen. But we all know what happened at the end of that. So, moving on. Fix an issue that prevents the loading screen images from cycling. So you're just stuck on one screen, which kind of sucks. Now, these are general, and then they'll get to the one fix that's exclusive to just Xbox as well down below. And it fixes an issue that allows the counselors to continue to hold items while being grabbed by Jason. Huh, interesting. So the counselors had a very big advantage over Jay. Jay was getting rompa-stomped by the counselors. Who would have knew that? Alright, so Xbox, an issue that could result in morphine curse not appearing on the Xbox One. Oh, that sounds something really ridiculously. Cursor. Oh, that damn cursor. I have no clue what's going down with that situation. But as you can fix an issue, it causes the display error with the blood and the wood particles. So they stepped up their game for as far as what was going on in the actual pixelization of it. Let's see here. It fixed an issue that the graphics artifacts. So again, this is a lot of heavy stuff for as far as the mechanics. It seems like they fixed a lot of the graphic interior portions of it, which is good. A game like this should always be situationably getting down to the portion of where it is. But I'll get to the comments in a second. I definitely do see people piling in, but I usually always like to run with just the news first. And then run the actual physical portion of answering comments at the very tail end. And I try to keep these videos very short so the SEO right in YouTube. But where I left off was with the artifact. So it fixed an issue that prevents the players from picking the shotgun if they spawn on top of the barrel in Higgins Haven. Now that sounds hilarious. I would love to see like a little clip of that. Like just like, yep, can't grab this. It's like literally MC Hammer running out. Can't touch this. Dun 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 dun. I had to stop humming that before I get a copyright. It fixed an issue that could cause players to become stuck in a falling animation in the barrels. And am I seeing like a trending pattern here? Is it the barrels that you should stay the hell away from? Because it goes from barrel to barrels. Like there's multiple that are like ganging up. The barrels are a lie. But you know, in Pinehurst, you need to be careful for that. If exploit that could allow the counselors to hide from Jason behind the graveyard fence in Higgins Haven. What a bad-ass hide-and-go-seek place. You can't find me, Jay. Fix an issue that collisions on Higgins Haven that could cause irregular car behavior. So not only is it spooky and you're just not going anywhere, but you also have to play Mr. or Mrs. Goodwrench. Fixed an issue that allows counselors to walk a bed. Did I read that right? To walk on the bed? Like they're like straight up like, we're just gonna be kids forever. Screw what the parents say. We're gonna walk all over this bed even though we have to sleep in it and made it super dirty. Yeah, okay, apparently you can do that. Awesome. But they fixed it. So no more people can jump on that damn bed. Anyways, fixed an issue that would prevent players from picking up the pocket knife if spawned in. I'm laughing because I already read the barrel. If spawned on a barrel in Higgins Haven. That is just great. Fear the barrels. Fear the barrels. Not Jason, but the barrels. Fixed an issue that could occur when the boat would be holding a bear trap. Well, that just like I had a hard time reading that sentence because that was pretty ridiculously funny. Why would you have a bear trap set inside of the boat? Jason will just reach in and grab you and pull you out, and then someone next one is gonna get in the boat. And well, yeah, we all know where that's going. Fixed a floating campfire in Pine. I want to see the 0G campfire. That probably sounds pretty magical. They fixed a floating wooden box in Pine. They collision issues with armed army bags in Higgins. Collision issues with the bed. So the bed definitely got like a lot of like fixing issues right there. A collision issue with the piles of rocks in Hiven, so watch out for those rocks. It's a rocky trail. Fixed the box and crates in Pine. It seems like Pine and like a lot of the Higgins Haven are like the huge portions of this. There's not a lot of other mapping points. Crystal Lake, yeah, it's here and there, but not too much past that. But it seems like the floating base in Pinehurst, the collision of rock piles in Camp Crystal, the floating campfire, and apparently campfires just love to float. I would have never, ever imagined that. As I scroll down here, it says fix the bucket and panak and floating trash. So there's a lot of floating stuff, but that's pretty much the patches that I was able to pull up. And you can kind of see down below is a lot of people just kind of commenting back and figuring out what's going down. So luckily for me, I was able to find this direct. And even on Reddit, as you can kind of see, people were just like, oh, what's happening? So, same exact thing. Again, I always trust Reddit just because it's a really fun situation. But this is again MacGyver 7th giving you the patch news. I always like to kind of give that for games that I'm actually physically streaming for the most part. Right now I'm going to take a quick few questions that I see on the board, and then I'm going to go ahead and end the stream and then get ready for tonight's stream of Red Dead Redemption, which is pretty cool. Definitely excited to get a little bit more headway in that because I'm kind of thinking I might get 76. I'm on the fence with that. But let's see here. Yes, Brandon. So not new, LOL. Just joined. What's the update? Seems like the update, perk, if you didn't already figure out with a lot of the general things that I covered in the very beginning, which seems like a lot of issues and bugs with the maps and then some of the mechanics. So it's just polishing, nothing really major, nothing adding too much, but just kind of taking away a lot of the exploits. Let's see here. They need to hurry up and get some new maps. Tired of playing the same ones. That would be really good. But since they're a Kickstarter company, they're completely funded by, I guess what's going to happen in transactions as they kind of get the game, and it's really not built too much. That's why single player took like a ridiculous amount of time before it even was in there, even though it was supposed to be geared for single player and then became multiplayer later on. But great question nonetheless. And for most people tuning in that are wondering what the update was, you can definitely rewind to the beginning once I finish this, which is going to be pretty soon. And you can basically see where I was able to pull it up. And just so people can kind of get a glimpse, if you go towards the tail end, since you kind of stayed here, I'll go ahead and give this portion of it. And then I'll end it. So, cheers, everyone. I appreciate you folks. Once I see that screen catch up, I'm donezo. Okay. There we go. Solid. All right, everyone. You have a nice day. And if you definitely dug the patch notes that I was able to deliver inside this situation, then be more than a guest and join the M7 community by hitting that subscription bell and cracking that Liberty bell. I always cover patch notes for all the variety games that I'm usually doing, so this being one of them that I played in the past but still have installed in my system, I like to cover personally because it's pretty good. I like Friday the 13th. I don't play it as much as I should, but I like the game. Anyways, everyone, you have a nice day, and I will see you guys and gals later.